On this episode, I will have a closer look at the latest lure fishing rod from Kuying called Ravine Stream. In my opinion, this is an excellent choice for any lure angler because it has a fantastic and very comfortable reel seat. All the components are of a high quality, it performs very well, and it's not expensive, so price to performance ratio is really off the charts. Anyway, let's dig in. I will move out of the shot this rod for now, and this is a bag. Yes, the cloth is of a good quality, but it's not padded at all. But yeah, that's the bag. That's out of the way, and that's the rod. I will move the tip out of the shot, and let's talk about the butt section first. So you will see cork split here, and cork and glue, I believe, mixture or compound used for the end cap, and I like it a lot, meaning it's not slippery and it's quiet. So for example, if you will be fishing in the boat or just will putting the rod somewhere on a hard surface, it won't slide away from you and it will be quiet. Love it. Now, little split section here, and the section from the end to the reel seat is about 22 centimeters, maybe about 21, 22, somewhere there. Now, the reel seat, as you can see, it's aluminum, I believe. Well, metal. It has some writings engraved on the reel seat itself, and you will see it has some marks already and some seaweed, some deads. Basically, what I'm saying, I used this rod, and it had a reel, and when it comes to the hours, I would say somewhere between 20 and 30 hours I fished with this rod, and most of the time was in saltwater application. So yeah, this is how the rod looks like. Anyway, more cork here and more cork here. This finish, and here you will see all the kind of ends are protected by this compound, as in cork and glue. So yeah, should be very, very durable, but also very nice to touch. Also, you will see that this reel seat is kind of fancy in a way that if I would put this diver reel on it, you would see that the reel would go, or the screw would go like exactly perfectly. So the reel is tight and there are no gaps. So this is really fantastic, making the experience, when it comes to fishing with this rod, just awesome. Really, really love it. Anyway, that's the bit I wanted to mention, because most of the rods would have fancy, cutouts and stuff, and, big gaps. It might look fancy on paper, but once you start fishing and put a reel on, it's not that comfortable. In here, they thought out about this area, very, very important one. Anyway, let's move on. Now we have a little, I believe, section of aluminum tubing. Okay, we'll flip the rod around so you would be able to read better. So it says Kuying Ravine Stream. I got the model, hope you can see it, RSS 662 light. Lures from 3 to 15 grams. I will come to that, back to that a bit later. Lines from go 0.4 to 1. Okay, we have another little drawing of like stream flowers, I believe those are called. Don't know exact name. Some little blue trim here. Then this blue trim continues. So first guide on one leg. It's Fuji. Hope you can pick it out. On this leg, it says Fuji. Not too certain if you can see it. I can't see it with my eyes. So yeah, it's Fuji. And yeah, simple deal here. Simple connection. Would be nice if they would include it, like a line, especially like, starting here, ending right to the, like at the end, just to align the sections. But yeah, carbon, I believe, used for this rod is 30 or 36 ton Tory. So not the best available, but again, very high quality carbon for the price. Okay, now let's grab the tip section. Again, little blue trim here. First guide on the tip. Again, says Fuji here. Then we got first guide on one leg. Another one on one leg. And this blue trim, you know, looks really good. I like it. Kinda, it's visible, but you know, it's not in your face. Really like it. Guides are going smaller, smaller. And last one, I like, you know, the sizing of the guides on this rod a lot. They matched it very well. They are not, you know, tiny ones, but they are not very big ones as well. And you will see that last one has anti-tangle frame. Okay, let's count the guides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 guides in total. Maybe one extra guide would have helped, but again, remember, this is a hollow tip, so, and you know, with this casting rating, you don't want to put too many guides on a tubular tip, because it would reduce, you know, recovery times and so on. Guides are spaced nicely. I like it. So yeah, we looked at that, and now I guess let's take the weight of this rod. Here we go. Zeros. Can't remember really how heavy this rod is. I believe it's quite light for the... Okay, let's do some balancing. Here you go, perfect. Okay, can we get the tip now? Somehow. It won't be easy. Some rods, you know, are quite easy to balance out, other ones aren't. Boom, 78 grams. This is fantastic. Really, really good for this price, you know, and configuration and carbon used, length, power. Awesome, awesome bait, guys. Awesome bait. Okay, so we talked about the bait. Now what I will say about the reel needed for this rod. This particular model, as I said, 662 light, needs quite light reel, like 180 grams will be pretty good. And you will see how slim the blank is. Now, when it comes to casting rating, right? So up to 15 grams, I would say that's absolute maximum. Like if I would have to put, you know, casting rating to this rod, even though I casted like 14 grams, but it was just about maximum. So like I would put casting rating maybe 12, 13 grams for this rod. So yeah, 15 grams, you are, I would say, already overloading it a little bit. But like you can do it, you know, and if you will be casting, you know, like cleanly without hitting any, you know, like on the cast any sticks, leaves and so on, it will be fine. Now when it comes to the action on this rod, they are saying it's somewhere between, or they are saying it's medium fast, so I would agree it's maybe between medium fast and medium even. Or maybe it just feels like that because the blank is so slim, so when you hook into a decent fish, quite a bit of this blank would actually bend, but it's quite sensitive still, and recovery times are actually quite good. And I will mention as well that I tested this rod quite a bit, and there is a separate video if you want to see, you know, how it kind of bends and recovery times, action, and so on. Have a look at that video. The link will be there. I will also mention, since this rod has so much cork, well, all really handles made out of cork, I treated this cork, and my current product that I use for handles, cork handles, is this Lure Star one. So basically it's, I believe, wax-based compound. It's like almost white, like yellowish compound. And yeah, the only negative about it is that it takes a good couple of hours to dry out, but again, meaning, you know, that it will be quite natural product, so it won't have much of, you know, stuff just to make it, you know, dry out quicker. So yeah, but this is how the handle or the cork looks like after, as I say, 20 maybe, or at least 20, I would say, even though I didn't really write down as I was fishing. Yeah, hour this rod spent on water, and mostly salt water. And if you ever fished salt water, you will know that salt water makes cork very dark very quick. So yeah, this is a quality cork, and this protectant helped, I believe, as well. So all in all, do I recommend this rod? Easily. As I said, it has fantastic handle, performance is great. It's just pleasure to use this rod and, you know, catch fish on it. Really like it. And for the price, what's not to like? Toray carbon, decent quality or high quality Toray carbon, Fuji guides, comfortable reel seat, as I said, and it's put together very well, and it, you know, it shines, it performs. So, and if you will decide to get this rod, there are two places you can get this rod at. If you live in the UK, highly recommended Needham's Tackle, and they do have a coupon code that will make this rod even cheaper. And if you live outside of the UK, then there will be AliExpress, and I will leave links below. As I said, highly recommended rod for plenty of applications. So it will be fantastic for trout fishing in streams, especially shorter versions, unless you are fishing in bigger rivers, and, you know, this most or more powerful version will do just fine. Then if you are fishing small streams, shorter versions of this rod for trout streams will be perfect. Then chub fishing on hard lures, fantastic option. This especially longer and more powerful version. Then it has plenty of sensitivity for bottom presentations as well, like jigging and using drop shot rigs and so on. So bottom contact presentations, as I say, with soft plastics will do with this rod just fine. So yeah, I guess I covered everything, and if you are interested, once again, check out those links in the description below. But that's it, over and out.